And then when you're wrong, you turn away.
What are you taking to?
Because I got to inform my mother too.
You also can't just reject arguments.
Yeah, right. You can't
Just be like, yeah, I don't
Yeah,
believe
you know, I don't believe it, therefore it's not true. Well, if it's substantiated,
Reach the edge of the earth.
then it's true.
But what happens? Do you
I
just,
don't
like,
know.
Can you not go past it?
I don't know.
Is an invisible wall
I don't know. How many people have gotten killed going there?
to the edge of the Earth? Very few.
No one, 'cause
Antarctic explorers? Oh, she froze to death. Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Thousands of miles away from
I
Earth,
think they were killed.
primitive technology and sub-zero temperatures, what is the curvature of the Earth that killed?
That's what they say.
Makes sense.
That's what they say. I don't believe it.
Thousands of miles away from Earth, primitive technology and temperatures.
What? Now you haven't made. Everybody knows that the Earth is.
Look up the evidence, girls. Don't just laugh it off. You got to look it up.
Okay, I definitely will. Thank you.
You're welcome. Look this up yourself. Come on. Look it up yourself. Look it up yourself. You can look it up yourself. Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. They do. They shoot you and ask questions later.
There's been zero photographs of this. There have been zero evidence of this. Thousands of.
Yeah, and you know what? We can find out the answers if we're allowed to go there. But you go to Antarctica, that you pay thousands of dollars, they hold your hand and walk you around. They don't let you go anywhere on your own.
What is this map?
You got to know that.
What benefit would
Not
there
personally.
be to covering this up?
That's the premise of your entire
Okay,
argument.
that's
So
fine.
if you've been to Antarctica, how do you know?
Okay, because I know that that's what it requires, that you pay thousands of dollars. They lead you to a fake South Pole.
How do you know?
They admit
Have you
it.
been there?
They admit
Have
it's
you
fake.
seen it with your own two eyes?
No. Right, there you go.
What do you think? What do you think?
Okay, you rest your case.
I've heard a couple different theories. What do you think of the edge of the Earth? The edge.
I only teach to Antarctica, which is this. That's only the farther I go. Some people say that it's an infinite plane. Some people say that's where the dome ends. You know, I kind of like that idea.
My other teacher I had at a shop, he wasn't a flat earther yet, as he claims, but he does a lot of research into flat Earth, and he said that the thing that he found was the people who got to the edge found this giant ice wall, and they just kept going and going and going, and they could never find the end because that's what he said.
Awesome.
That's what he said he found.
Showed Greenland as a.
This is a growing movement. There's a lot of people getting on board with this.
He also researched the curvature formula.
If we're not allowed to see past the wall,
Did it come up with that?
so what is
You can look it up yourself, everybody. Here's a card. You can look it up. Look it up.
So are the other planets flat as well?
I don't know. All you see is a flat two-dimensional flat two-dimensional surface. You don't see 3 dimensions in a telescope. So we don't know that.
But you only see 2 dimensions with your eyes.
Why does this really upset you this much? Why are you
Because,
really?
I'm a man of fact, and I stand on principles. And when
Yeah.
you crush my principles, it offends me, and it hurts my feelings.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So when you come in here and you spew these false notions, I can't stand it.
Yeah. Well, these are not false. Whatever you see here on the banners is not false.
They're not provably false.
And whatever you see, whatever you're spewing out is
To that, you do
something you found in a textbook that you didn't prove yourself either.
From logic.
Oh,
and using
so
your
you can say that your facts are just because you're logical, but I can't say my facts are because I'm logical.
See, but when you ask me a question, do I have an answer? I do, right?
Yeah,
when
because
I
you
ask
say
a
lava
question-
comes from the center of the earth that you
Right.
can't prove. Would you like to look it
Well,
up?
you think it's from pipes.
So wait, where does magma? Where does
Lava
where's the
tubes.
lava come from?
Lava
okay, so where's
tubes.
lava stored at?
Where they come?
I don't know. I got a
Center
guy
of
in
the earth.
Hawaii. I got a guy in Hawaii who says they come from tubes. So
Right?
Okay, but where are the tubes located?
Have you seen the
Underneath the
tubes?
ground.
yeah, but not the center of the earth, 4,000 miles deep.
How do you know that?
How do you know they are? Because you can't dig down there. You only go 8 miles deep. It's the deepest hole you ever dug. So,
So why does lava come out of
pardon?
volcanoes?
It would cause everything that goes down there.
I used to work in landscaping, so I've dug a lot of deep holes. So I owned a landscaping business.
How do you know that the Earth is any deeper than how far you dug?
Well, because they say they dug a hole 8 miles deep. 8 miles deep. No.
What makes you think it was real?
Well, I'm not preaching deep holes here today. What I'm teaching is the surface. And I can see that the surface
How
is
thick is
flat. The surface is flat. Like that water bottle, the water is always flat on the surface. That's what I'm telling people today.
Thank you.
Ocean City, New Jersey. We go down there 3 times a year. And when you're in Wildwood, you can see Atlantic City, 32.6 miles away. There's no curvature in between it. It should be 681 feet.
All right.
Irrational give them a chance.
I don't like the way that she's
Look up here,
because when she
arguments they have to say. Oh.
when she asks you questions, you back it up, right? And you entertain the point. When you ask her questions, she just says, "I reject that." Right? So who's stronger argumentatively? You.
But this is not a debate.
What is it then?
What
is it?
Yeah.
This is not a debate.
What is it?
No, because
What would you call this?
you don't even allow me to answer.
We're speaking here, right?
We have been allowing you this.
No,
ask you a question,
you just
all right?
keep
Let me
interrupting.
ask you a question. All right. What benefit is there to covering up the shape of the Earth?
Did you have one of my cards?
I don't think so.
Okay, right here.
For what?
The kings did not want the serfs to read, so it says, what's the difference between being educated with lies?
What's beneficial? How does that
You have to
benefit them?
listen first.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Being educated with lies or being uneducated. Okay? If they are teaching us a lie, then we are just uneducated because it's not true.
How do you know it's a lie?
Then they can control us by telling us any lies, and we will do what they say and believe them. And I do not believe them and their lies. Do you understand? So if you want to be safe and not go off and have your children killed in foreign wars, then you will question the government. You will say there are no weapons of mass destruction. So we are not going over there. We will stand against a tyrannical government.
I mean, I think too, but I don't live in for
At least he keeps his campaign promises. People don't agree with his campaign promises, but he keeps them.
What's she saying?
I'm not
This is the most honest I've seen a president be in ages.
Really? You dress like that and you say this is a
It's
joke?
like if Hitler were like,
You got angry, right? You got angry at me. You believe in gravity? Serious question.
I say that things fall. There is a rate of fall. That's evident. But I don't think we're being pulled to the center of a spinning ball. I believe that we are being pushed down by diamagnetism.
Excuse me, did you say that you don't believe what I'm saying because
Did
I
you look
look
at this?
stupid?
No, I did not say that.
You said that when I asked you if this was funny, you asked if you should believe me because my clothes look funny.
I said, you dress like that and you think this is a joke.
Obviously, people are that stupid.
Well, I'm sorry, but I've researched this and you did not.
How can you even go to school and still believe the earth is flat?
You don't know the mass of the earth. You cannot prove the mass of the earth.
I was actually more agreeing with you. It's just that your point is invalid because magnetism has no effect on it. It's the magnetism's effect on mass and buoyancy to take on the effect of gravity. That's how they disprove gravity, not magnetism alone. Because magnetism just acts as the return.
I was just giving another explanation for a force that could be holding us down. What the force down is.
Yeah,
That's what I was just giving an alternative for that. I wasn't trying to disprove gravity. Although I can disprove it by saying the Bonneville salt flats. Because the Bonneville salt flats were created by a salt lake. There's no curvature in the salt lake because it's not reflected in the base that dried up. Right. Thank you. Did you get one of these?
I did not. Thank
You may have one.
So, do you believe that objects fall to the center of mass?
I don't have any evidence of that.
Well, can we can observe that with stars, and the planets are rotating around the stars because they are falling to the star at the same rate that it is flying away, and that's what a rotation is. And we can see like asteroids and meteors being pulled into stars. We've seen things fly into black holes because they have more mass than those objects.
And you know, I'm going to give you an answer for that.
What?
I'm going to say that it's computer-generated images. Most of what you're talking about, like the black holes and all of that, I've seen black holes in magnetic experiments, magnetism, but not in the dome or the sphere or anything like that. So I don't think what you're seeing, anything put out by NASA is false. Anything put by NASA is false. They are just propagating justifying their $52 million a day they get. They have to come up with something that sounds extraordinary.
What if I could tell you that these studies are also done by universities, privately owned universities, not just government-funded entities?
NASA's not government controlled.
Well, I'm telling you that if you're high up in the edge of space, I did not. Do not say that. I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not say. You were stupid.
I asked you what the joke was with this, and you said that I look silly and that I'm stupid for not believing.
I did not say you were stupid.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
You're feeling that way, and I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I did not say you were stupid.
You did. Other people
So
heard you.
$52 million a day NASA gets. They have to come up with something that sounds extraordinary, or they can't justify that money.
But universities that have observatories, they can include the same thing.
All they can see is they don't let you on there, and all they can see is a two-dimensional object. They cannot see 3D.
That's because
And you know what else?
Pictures on 2D.
Any of us see 3D? I mean, when you think about it, the way that our eyes work, we're just putting two 2D images right next to each other and assuming that's how.
Well, you can see depth and shadows,
I mean,
light
some people have the
shadows.
unfortunate condition of not really being able to see it.
That's true. Some people are not.
It really hurts with driving. I'm not gonna lie. But honestly, just one question though. You said that if you get too close to the edge of the Earth, nobody knows what happens. They just kill you off. You know too much, right?
Okay.
So if that's the case, then why doesn't the government just cut out the middleman and try to shut down the Flat Earth Society?
Well, Flat Earth Society is a government-run organization, and they put out false information. I am not here with any organization. I'm just here on my own. These are my banners, and I just do this myself.
Because like .com domains are on the top level by the government, so they're letting you keep your domains for your website and stuff.
Actually, this is not my website, but it is somebody I know.
Oh, wouldn't they be trying to shut down the truth, though?
Not gonna lie.
Well, it might be.
Or is it just, like,
It might be
security
too
through
late.
obscurity, or-
Actually, it might be too late. They've already. They're talking about collapsing the economy next year.
I mean, yeah, but that's.
So-
but as long as your servers are
You
still
do
up
know-
and you've paid your current month's worth.
You do know that the stock market crashes were all orchestrated. You do know that.
They're sort of
They
social.
were done on purpose.
There's that one cat.
And people were jumping out of windows. People were jumping out of windows because of the government purposefully crashing the stock market.
You're jumping out of windows because they were depressed because they didn't have any money.
Because the
They couldn't
stock
provide- they
market,
couldn't
the
provide
stock
for their
market
family.
crashed.
Yeah, and they couldn't provide for their
And the
family,
government
so they
did
committed
it
suicide.
on purpose.
A lot of the
How?
arguments with this are based on faith.
They just
It takes a lot
flip
more
the
than
switch.
that to-
They just flip the switch. It's not real. The stock market is not real. It's not based
stock market
on.
isn't real?
No, it's not based on a supply and demand real economy. It's not based on that. All those numbers. You watch the gas prices. When I was young, it was 17 cents a gallon.
That's because of
Do you know?
inflation.
And then you know how they got it to go up? They said we're running low on oil. It's a limited resource.
'cause they wanted
Now
to
we are
too.
finding out that oil is a renewable resource and there is no limit.
No.
I mean, if
We're
you get
only finding more
incredibly
ways to
technical-
extract.
Yeah.
I
No.
mean, it technically is a renewable resource, but it takes hundreds of millions of years.
No,
Millions
that's how they're selling you fracking so they can screw up our water supply.
That's not the same as crude
So they
oil.
turn the
That's not the same as oil. Fracking is a totally different thing. They get natural gas from fracking.
Stop saying that. That's not true. That's not true. Oh my gosh.
You said that. You said that
No,
in front of a group of people.
I did not
and every
say.
single time I confront you about it, you call me a liar.
I said that's not true.
You said that I am stupid for saying that anyone would be saying that. I can't believe anyone is foolish enough to believe that.
This is mine.
Yeah,
And
I
you-
said that I can't be, that
No,
I am not,
you
that I
said
cannot
what-
believe that anyone is foolish enough to believe that, and you said that I am stupid and ugly.
Oh, now you're adding ugly into it.
I heard you.
No, you did not.
Yes, you did.
You're mocking me, and I don't want you to do
I
this.
don't want you to say that I look ugly. You said I look stupid.
You have to handle this because I am protected under free speech. So please come over and handle this.
Stupid.
Please come handle this.
So was she.
I am not stupid. I do not look stupid.
This has just been that aside, this has been a pretty interesting experience. It's not something I get to experience every day, I'll tell you that much.
This is the 4th community college I've been to. I've also been to Temple and Penn State.
Oh. Making the rounds. Say, do you mind if I take a picture just real fast? Of the,
Go right ahead.
Selfie mode. Okay, I'm actually not for once. Wow, that's a surprise. Here's the meter too. Water bottle. Lovely. Thank you.
You're welcome. I just hope you guys, check out the videos that are here. And you'll find, it's 200 proofs. That's the name of the video. Yeah.
Whenever I hear something 100 proof, I always think of alcohol.
Alcohol, yeah, 200 proof. Well, this is a whopper.
Just burn your inside.
This will put you into it will get you going, because I'm telling you, it takes for 3 months, you're still questioning yourself. Is this true? And I still look for curvature everywhere I go, and I'm so happy that I'm not finding it anywhere. Any opportunity. And we have these cameras called the P1000 now, and it can zoom in like 85 miles, and it's awesome. We have done so many experiments with it, but look at, this is reality. You get the line on the water. That's what you get on a flat surface. It's not just a spot.
Question, how large is the sun?
How large is the sun? Some people say it's 23 miles across. I don't know. It depends on how close it really is, and we can't really figure that out.
All right. Why can't we figure it out?
Well, maybe that's a project that you should do.
The government has all the space money.
No, maybe you should figure that out. There's ways to do it. You can look this up. Yeah, there's ways to figure it out. I just haven't. Do you have one of these?
I'm good.
Okay, but
I'll take his if you want.
stop it. You already have 2.
No, I saw somebody. They were in need, but you were busy, so
Oh,
I figured I would just
stop
take some
it.
arrows. I gave them one. Yeah.
Stop
I
it.
got one now.
So anyway, I don't think I'm going to last another class. Thank you for handling that. I'm sorry she was upset. Didn't you take her in?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask a question that I always wanted to ask somebody, with flat Earth, a totally serious, legit question.
Go ahead.
So I heard that the Greeks thought the Earth was round because when a ship sails away into a horizon, it sinks down, which is the ship going into the Earth's curvature, and it goes down. It looks like it's almost sinking. How do you guys explain that?
Okay, it's perspective. It disappears, and then there's
before it disappears, it goes down. If you looked at a time lapse of a ship, it goes down.
There's something called angular resolution.
Okay.
Where it starts to get near the end, near the vanishing point, it gets everything gets mirrored, and it's it all blends into one, and you can't really see it. But if you zoom in on that ship, you can bring it right back into focus. It's really not below. When it gets mirrored on the water and whatnot, then it reflects the sky and you can't really tell where it is. So it looks like it's going behind something when it's really just being occluded by that mirroring effect. That's what it is.
I just always wanted to ask that to
Yeah.
somebody.
If you look up flat Earth and then on YouTube, type in flat Earth first, and then you'll get a whole bunch of other videos that you won't access through any other means. Okay, YouTube will eliminate you from looking at those things. So type in flat Earth first, and then you'll get a whole different set of videos. Okay, and then you can see we have some excellent footage. I'm sorry she's upset, but So
How do you explain change in seasons?
the sun is really close, so when it's up here in the Tropic of Cancer, it really puts the direct light on us. And this is when you get the 24-hour sun in Alaska.
Wait, if the sun's in the Tropic of Cancer, why is that not the hottest spot in the Earth and not the equator?
It is. At the time, see now, here you have, the equator gets the sun all the time.
Okay.
So there's going to be things there that absorb the heat. So it's going to stay hot, stay hot, stay hot. Whereas up here, it was cold. You have cold water, which kind of offsets the heat a little. Where down here, it's hot, hot, hot all the time.
Okay.
So that's, when you go down here, you go on vacation, the water is warmer.
Yeah.
So it has nothing to offset with. And then it just travels around a circle, and then it slowly moves down to the equator.
Okay.
Then it slowly moves out to Capricorn.
All right.
And when it gets to Capricorn, it's much larger than on the globe. On the globe, Cancer and Capricorn are the same size. But on the flat Earth model, it's much bigger, and the sun has to move faster. And it does. The sun's movements outside of the equator are different than they are up here.
All right.
You have to research that.
What about like the moon landing?
There was no moon landing. We did not land on the moon.
What?
Yeah, it was a Hollywood production.
Why do you think that? Because the Earth's flat? Or
Well,
did you-
we
did
have
you think that
videos.
the moon landing was real before or after you
We
thought
have a
the
lot
Earth
of
was flat?
forensic evidence on like the pictures that the shadows are different and
Well, so the
all that
shadows are different.
stuff. There's a lot of stuff to it. If you start
Because-
looking, the moon landing is a whole thing to explore yourself. I mean, there's a lot to that moon landing that you can tear it apart. You're not good unless you know the Earth is flat.
Sorry, I don't believe that.
I don't believe the Earth is flat. I know it.
I just wanted to talk about the shadows. 'Cause I like that you brought that up.
Yeah.
So with the shadows that were in the pictures, they were straight. That like if like the astronaut was standing here, when you have like a light source close by, they would diverge like you were talking about earlier. So they wouldn't be straight like that. You can only get straight light like that, straight shadows, when it's either a light source that's millions of miles away, or when it's lasers. And at the time that they filmed, the moon landing, lasers could only be found in red, which would have made everything look red. Or they
Do you think the government releases technology the minute they find out?
Well, that's the other thing is that Russia intercepted the moon landing, and why would they lie about us getting to the moon before them? Why would they want us to beat them? And
Nah.
there were just hundreds of
They are
thousands
lying. They're playing games with us.
Right.
They play games all the time
There were
with
just
us.
hundreds of thousands of people working on the moon landing project in NASA. How would they get them all to lie?
They don't have everybody on board with this. Sometimes people, this one woman we have just interviewed her, she worked for NASA in security for 13 years, and she knew something was up because she had the moon rocks in a little box in her office. What are these doing here? So they know something's up, but they can't prove it all, and they don't ask questions because they're getting paid the money. And then some of them are like, oh, I like my cushy job, I feel important. There's a whole lot of different reasons why people would not question it. Okay, but there's the top dogs, they know. But the ones who are down below, they don't ask questions. And there's compartmentalization. Compartmentalization. Here we go. Compartmentalization, where, you know, I'm working on a project and I can't tell you or I'd have to kill you. I knew a guy who worked for Lockheed Martin. Oh yeah, I'm working on a weapon system, but if I tell you where it is, I gotta kill you. You know, he'd joke about it. What's that about? So the shadows, I can't answer every question you got, and I'm sorry.
No worries. And I just had one more question I guess you don't really care about the moon landing stuff. That's a whole different.
Well, I did look into it enough to know that it didn't happen.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Why would the government be so protective of the edge of the Earth? Just wondering. Like,
Well, first off, it proves that it's not a globe.
Okay.
Okay. Second off, they are doing something down there. Now, John Kerry, I read in a newspaper article that he went down there and flew 300 miles in from the edge of Antarctica.
Okay.
So why would he go down there? And why would he fly in there from that? And then they're having religious ceremonies down there.
Religious ceremonies?
Yes.
What religion?
I don't know, but the guys, I think it's like Roman Catholic or something because they have the fish hats on.
Okay.
The hats that they're pointed, but there's like an opening, like a fish mouth on top of their head. That's what they are wearing. So it's something like that. But they're doing that. Why are they doing that down there? They don't tell us those things. They don't tell us a lot of stuff. So you have to figure this out. Look into it and figure it out. I think I'm going to pack up, guys, because I'm getting cold.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's 2 o'clock. I appreciate you coming out and asking questions. I think it's awesome that you're looking into it then. Sure, yeah.
So why do you think gravity is false? And how are we
Well, gravity is the big G. That like solves a lot of their problems. They can just say, oh, gravity. And we kind of like think that's a big joke in the flat earth community. We say, oh yeah, you can't answer a question, you just say gravity and that answers the question. When it really doesn't answer the question. So it's just like a made up thing and you can't prove it, so they just say that's the answer because you can't prove it. Go ahead.
How do things here fall to Earth?
How do things what?
How do things here fall to Earth?
I think it's diamagnetism. That's what. It's a downward force produced by the toroidal electromagnetic field, which I think that we are inside. I think we're inside a toroidal field. And that's my personal belief, and we have people looking into that. Well, because it's a different thing. It's a totally different thing. Yeah.
It's electromagnetic.
Yes. It comes up out of the North Pole. It's a donut with a hole in the middle.
Yeah, I know what the shape is.
Okay, comes up out of the North Pole. You get the Aurora Borealis, comes up and around and goes down at Antarctica. Because I think it looks like a torus. Because that would explain the Aurora Borealis. It will also explain the flow of electricity. And would explain the sun being a filament. Yeah. Right? Well, did you get one of my cards? If you look this up, then you can see that. Well, yeah, I'm going to pack up because I'm cold. But yeah, I think it's a flat plane. We live on a flat surface. And do you have any? You know what? On that card is the place where you can see all these pictures because it's on the 200 proofs. Okay, but oh golly. Do you have a question? Like, because there's no curvature. That's a big deal. There's no curvature. We can't find it anywhere. A flat surface.
Okay.
I don't know what's underneath.
Okay, yeah, that would be my question.
Yeah, I don't know what's underneath.
Yeah, how would mountain?
What? It's pretty nifty with a setup I got, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Quite clever. See, when I go down to a town, like my neighboring town, and they have like motorcycle night where they're all
Right now?
yeah.
Okay.
So Maryland Spirit Levels, my channel.
Do you have any signs letting people know that they're on camera?
No, this is a public place.
Okay.
So yeah, I walk up and down the streets with this.
All right.
This little setup here. Did you get a card?
No, I did not.
Would you like one? Did you get one? Okay. Well, guys, I appreciate you being so nice and talking, and I hope you really look into it.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Okay. Thanks. I think we made it through, didn't we?
All right.
Oh,
Have a good day.
thanks.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, so here's the outcome of this. There was only one unfortunate incident with that girl who was obviously not in control of her emotions. And that's a shame, but so, I'm sorry, you're bouncing quite a bit here. It's cold again. Well, I hope I got this all. All right. Okay, so this is Bucks County Community College. I hope I got good film. I'm going to close it off now so you don't have to bounce the whole way down. But thanks for watching. I hope you learned something today. Okay, bye.